Hey, this is Nye with Select Start Fantasy Football. Jjwatt has been released by the Houston Texans. And as surprising as that news is, it's really not all that surprising. The Houston Texans seem to be, headed for a full-on rebuild, and Jjwatt really isn't part of their future. So, doing right by him, they released him, gave him the opportunity to go choose his next team, choose his next destination, who he wants to be surrounded by, and that's good for him. He gets to go chase that championship. So, who's on the list? Where could Jjwatt be headed? I think right now the leader in the clubhouse is the Pittsburgh Steelers, where both of his brothers currently play, most notably TJ Watt, could surround himself with a bunch of good players there. Cam Hayward, Minka. That defense seems to be dominant year in, year out. I think the big question with the Pittsburgh Steelers is can you trust Ben Roethlisberger to get you there? I mean, he's a Super Bowl champ, but as of late, he doesn't seem to be getting it done. Or maybe Jjwatt chooses to head home to the Green Bay Packers and play in front of the hometown crowd with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, surrounded by Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, Darnell Savage in the back, Kevin King, Jair Alexander. Might be exactly what they need to get over the hump. Somebody who can bring that emotional energy down in and down out. Or hey, maybe down to Tampa. I mean, we just saw Tom Brady do it. And he brought a bunch of guys with him. Leonard Fournette, the Antonio Browns. He brought Gronk out of retirement. They seem to be ready to reload and get back after it. Maybe adding Jjwatt to that already studded defense is what they need to kind of extend that window, put another ring on. But there's some other teams out there I feel who shouldn't be overlooked. The Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to be making a run at it for the foreseeable future. Whether they actually get to the Super Bowl next year, they will be in the conversation, which gives them a shot. I like that situation a lot. Another situation I like is the Tennessee Titans. With that running game, Ryan Tannehill being as efficient as he's been, their pass rush was horrible last year. Maybe adding a Jjwatt is a piece they need. Pass rush seems to be at a premium, and they lacked pass rush all last year. They couldn't get off the field on third down. And there's a connection there with Mike Vrabel. Used to coach with the Houston Texans. So maybe that could be a logical fit for them. For one, I like the Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo should be considered. Sean McDermott is a fabulous defensive coordinator. He seems to get his team ready to play. And they play hard. And their defensive line rotation is probably one of the best in the league. Last two teams going out to the West Coast probably won't get picked. But I do like both LA teams, with the Chargers and with the Rams. I mean, with the Rams, obviously, get to go play with Aaron Donald, which could do great things for singling up a guy like Jjwatt. We saw Leonard Floyd get off this year. We saw a bunch of guys get off this year for the Los Angeles Rams. But I'm going to go over to the Chargers for the reason I brought up the Rams. The Rams last year were coached on defense by Brandon Staley, who's now the head coach with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, we saw what he did with the Rams defense and how he was able to put those guys in position surrounded by Aaron Donald and brought the most out of them. I think the Chargers should be considered. I mean, they have a young, up-and-coming quarterback. Keenan Allen on the outside, Austin Eckler And on that defense, they're going to return Derwin James, Joey Bosa. You know, Joey Bosa and Jjwatt on the same line would be insane. So those are my teams. You know, I assume they're going to be a few more who throw their hat in the ring. We're going to find out in the coming days and weeks what exactly Jjwatt does. But let me know in the comment section what you think. Where should Jjwatt go? Who should he play for? Who gives him the best shot at the ring? And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, select Start Fantasy Football.
Touchdown!